Hey guys, it's Narrative Tarot. I guess I'm just gonna start the video like you next to my chest. Okay, anyway, so I'm here for Uranus, July. I was gonna say May, child. July 2021. These readings are monthlies for planet. But if you do feel that you are drawn to them, then don't stop watching the reading. So this is for Uranus. Like I said, I do them by monthly, like by planet per month. So it's 10 videos instead of the 12 for the zodiac. Yeah, I mean, if you have significant Aquarius placement, 11th house placement, then this might resonate with you. But I'm of the opinion and believe that we have significant planets in our chart, significant aspects to that planet in our chart, and sometimes they're linked with lessons that we have to learn. And so, yeah, working with that planet helps you work with those lessons or learn those lessons or things like that. Yeah, I do other readings, these book reviews that just don't ever seem to get done, and some astrological stuff. I don't do new moon, full moon type stuff. I will be doing a video soon about some things I'm feeling about 2022. We'll see. All right, so I'm using for the deck, it's not a tarot deck actually. It's called Pathways. This is what it looks like. This is the kind of stuff that I like to draw. So it was interesting that I saw a deck with stuff like this, because this is the kind of stuff that I like to draw. Abstraction. All right, anyway. Oh, that one popped up again. All right, so let's get Uranus, July 2021. I want to keep going back in time for you guys. Like, I don't know what that's about. Like, I don't know what that's about. Have this. So you may also, back in time, you may, this is not related to like back in time. That's like the dispenser for like free grants or some shit. Anyway, you might hear it like 2 or 3 times in this video. This kind of reminds me of like, what are those things? Dream weavers, dream portals. They're Native American. I forget what they call it, like weavers, dream weavers, something like that. Anyway, this was reminding me of that. So I kind of feel like there's this energy portal either in your house or around it, or you're just opening up energetic portals. A lot of shit is coming through, and I mean shit is just in stuff, not necessarily like bad or anything like that, but yeah. So a lot of energy is coming through. Yeah, it's a lot of energy. If you live anywhere where there are volcanoes or there's a lot of thunderstorms and things like that, tropical storms, you may be harnessing energy, or there may be energetic beings that are harnessing this energy. So if the place feels particularly staticky or like really hot, that's why. I don't know if it's like a warning signal. It doesn't come off as like a warning signal. It just comes off as there's just energetic portals. Now, it might come through to let you know something every now and then. It is to communicate something about pain receptivity, pain receptors, how to deal with it, how to transmute it. So working with the fire element and its various forms. So for me, fire also kind of goes in with electricity. So thunder, or not thunder, but lightning, volcanoes, things like that. There's something intrinsic to your DNA, like you could be a fire sun but have significant like Uranus placements. So I'm not gonna say Uranus in Aries because you would be quite young. I mean, you could, but probably not. But Uranus in another fire sign, so like Uranus in Sag, or an aspect to Uranus in a fire sign. This could have been a time of great activation. It could have been a time of looping. I don't know what that means as far as like your person, but it feels like it's like a very particular aspect of your life that kept repeating. It's like if you're someone like me, I can listen to the same song over and over again, but each time I'm listening to it, until I like tap out, I'm just like, oh god, I can't listen to this anymore. You're listening for the peculiarities and the textural kind of wave of the song. So analyzing the voice, analyzing rhythm and harmony and melody, like all of that stuff that you would learn if you were to put songs together and compose and do stuff like that. There's like a nuanced kind of thing. Excuse me. Like a nuanced conversation that you're having and doing this, but I feel like it's very linked to your DNA. Maybe while you're here, you could be pregnant and playing a lot of music. Make sure that you're playing music that's quite high vibrational. I think the water, the amniotic fluid, transmits your thought. Like, you know how you talk about water, and if you put your thoughts and intentions into it, whether they be positive or negative, that it can, you know, affect it. It's the same with amniotic, like fluid, or any sort of fluids that are in your body. You might want to try tuning your body to like a tuning, like having a tuning fork, or like a singing bowl or something like that. But I feel like working with the fire element, you know, will help you. Air element as well, but I think fire element comes with information. Or if you do receive a lot of information, it feels very fiery and very much like you're igniting something. So some of you guys are soul mission activated. Some are getting, and this even looks like a flame, so soul mission activated, able to connect. I think there might be, like, you may be connecting with a council of beings. A council of beings from various parts. Or you're connecting with the various parts of self, or you're connecting the various parts of whatever it is that you're listening to or taking in and digesting. You're dissecting it and seeing each individual part that makes up the whole and what it brings and how it plays into it, and the intricacies of that being as a being on its own, and how it merges into the larger being that is this whole composition of whatever it is. I feel like it's just a good time, not necessarily for thinking, but for DNA activation work. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of trial and error. Sacred geometry may be really important to you, working with the fire element. Sacred geometry that amplifies the fire element. I know that, this thing came up again. I know that with certain mudras, like you can increase or decrease. And so, like, the one that I was drawn to was a fire one, actually. But I think that working with sacred geometry and flames, specifically if you do fire magic or something like that, like these elemental signals or sigils, because these could look like sigils to some people, will help you amplify whatever it is that you are working on, and I think it'll produce quite an enlightening effect. I don't think your spell work involves like other people so much as like getting other people or attracting other people. It's more about illumination of self, and you'll draw people to you because of that. You'll see perspectives that you never thought you would see. You'll possibly meet your higher self. If you're somebody that likes to be outside when it's raining or something like that, like you can have epiphanies about certain things when the lightning strikes. Like tap into that energy of lightning striking and feeling your body kind of like pulse with lightning, because we have like kind of an electric current running through it. So think about that. I would say like also be careful just being struck by lightning, just saying. But it's just a good time for illumination. I don't think your illuminations will be like, there's something about Uranus and Sag for some of you guys. So so if you were Uranus and Sag, I'm Uranus and Capricorn, you would be in your like mid-ish 30s, like maybe 40-ish, somewhere in there. There's something about that, like you need to tap into that energy or connect to that energy or something. Wherever it is in your chart, it could be the 5th, it could be the 8th, it could be the 12th, it doesn't really matter. I just feel like there's a lot of illumination happening, but it's long-term, long-sustaining illumination. It's not fly-by-night. It's not on a mundane level, although it's like it's a mundane decision that has a really long-term, long-lasting, but metacognitive, macrocosmic like implications. It's like it feels like you'll come up with like a universal law or of some sort, and it may not be like universal in that like everybody partakes in it, but I feel like if you're coming up with a code of conduct and like I'm in massage school and we talk about code of ethics and principles and stuff like that may be getting defined very significantly, and I think that some of the experiences that you had are going to illuminate you. You're going to be like, wow, like I never realized that I was this kind of person. This was my like principles or my morals or whatever. It feels really enlightening and just really like being in your own element and being just in your own space. Okay, I didn't want to take. Yeah, it seems like, yeah. These two. It seems like a lot of energy. Also look into spiders. I don't know why, but like spider energy might be really helpful for you. Spider energy, stars, things like that. So hexagon may be really important to you guys. But I feel like it's fire, and fire could be like just illumination and just helping you move forward in life. But it's on a soul mission kind of thing. You may be deciding on a, like, this is a spiritual kind of leaning. You may be deciding whether or not you're going to come back as well. I think you're still deciding that. If you do, I don't know exactly what you'll choose then to kind of do. Like, yeah, you're still mapping it out, but you also have to like map it out with other people. because it feels like, yes, you could be alone and doing this work, but you might want other people. But yeah, that may be something you're deciding, even though like you may not know it, like, but that's something that you may be subconsciously, your soul is kind of debating whether or not to come back. If you do, it'll be at some point where I think technology is merged a lot more and integrated with the mind, integrated with the body. When you're able to tap into these metacognitive thoughts, it's almost like your body stays here and you leave and you go and you tap into this higher consciousness, and you go and you merge yourself into this ball of light, and then you get information and you bring it down and it comes into your body, and you speak it or do art or sing or do something like that, some sort of communication of where you've been. So if you do art based on communication and stuff like that, go for it. It's a good time to kind of explore those sorts of things. Okay, that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you for watching Uranus July 2021. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Child, I don't know when I'm going to do this book review, but let's not talk about that. Bye.